Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the College Football Playoff.
Man, Saturdays slip away so fast, and there's a big one coming up in just a few days as we get ready for Georgia against Alabama and all the other big ones. So what do? It's the XLP to the CFP as we put our top 12 together every single week. After what we saw on Saturday, we got to give you a new XLP top 12 courtesy of Modelo. So, Big Sirs, we're going to kind of run through this. I would love for you just to give a little observation about one team out of your first four, and then we'll keep doing it like that. But you got to give us 12, 11, 10, and 9.
12, 11, 10, and 9. Initially at 12 was Michigan, but they're X'd out because FCS has got to be. James Madison. James Madison. Yeah, you put up 70 against North Carolina. Absolutely.
Mac Brown is going,
yes,
what?
He's going nuts right there.
Sam Hell is it going
So
on
I got
around
James
here?
Madison at 12. At 11, I've got Oregon at 11. At 10, I got Penn State. And at 9, I got Mizzou.
All right, now Mizzou, you didn't mind the fact that they were in a fist fight with Vanderbilt, 30-27?
Yeah, I saw that. So I still gave them.
Don't make fun of Vandy, man. They beat Florida by 3 scores.
That quarterback?
Yeah.
That quarterback
Diago
is impressive.
Pavia. Yeah, they beat Florida by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he is impressive now, that young lad.
Don't
All
make
right.
fun of them.
All right, so 12-9, Matt Hayes. He of the USA Today Sports Network.
Thank you. I got Boise State at 12. Play Washington State this week. Unbeaten Washington State. So, very difficult game. By the way, Wazoo's 84th in the nation run defense. And, of course, Boise State has the nation's leading rusher in Aston Jean.
So they better tighten up, is what you're saying?
So Wazoo better tighten up, baby. I got Clemson back in the top 12.
Ooh, this is all right, go ahead.
Because you know what? 1/2 does not a team make against, by the way, the best team in the country.
Yeah.
So Clemson, I think, kind of righted the ship offensively. They're very good defensively. They gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter with third stringers in there. Don't look at that fourth quarter against NC State as anything. So I got Clemson back in. I got Missouri at 10. Look, at the end of the day, they got it done. They beat a much different Vandy team. And frankly, the week before, they beat a good Boston College team.
Yeah.
That's, by the way, 3-1 right now. So I got Mizzou at 10, and I got Oregon, the Ducks, hanging at 9 until we see something.
Yeah.
Something.
They got a big – actually, no,
they opened their Big Ten schedule this week against UCLA, which is really not opening your Big Ten schedule. They don't actually play a new rival until October 4th, Michigan State. They don't play a new rival on the road until October 16th.
It does set up well.
Yeah.
But they play UCLA, and it will be ugly, I would think. All right, so here's my 12-9. And we have a couple of crossovers, which we would expect. I was shocked when Matt said Clemson because I put that little note kind of like what you did, and I call it like the transfer spot. What you say, you picked the 12th, but that group of 5 is going to get it. I had Clemson in that little transfer spot. I was close to putting them in. Boise State, I agree with Matt. Here's the deal. These group of 5 teams are going to change. Northern Illinois lost in overtime at home to Buffalo. They had a chance. And Memphis versus Navy, did you see what Memphis did? They gave up 56 flipping points after beating FSU. That is unreal. So Boise State 12th, Oregon 11th. We'll find out what they have, as Matt just described, at the 10th spot. Wanted to keep USC in there. They fall out basically on 2 bad plays. Couldn't stop a guy on a 3rd down and a pick 6. Honestly, that was one hell of a game. But USC out. Penn State back in after smoking a softie in Kent State, 56-0. Drew Howler, by the way, are you ready for this? 729 yards, 8 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. So Howler's playing pretty well. And then 9th, Utah. And by the way, it was close in the end. The Utes. It was close in the end, but it was 22-3 in the fourth quarter before Mike Gundy's club does what he always does.
If they get to the point where they're going to win the Big 12, we're going to have to pull Joe Pesci out at some point during this process. Okay?
We may have to, the Utes. And so, hey, Oklahoma State, 2 touchdowns late, made it close. But bottom line, Utah is 9th. Let's go 8, 2, 5.
All right, my number 8 team is Ole Miss. Number 7 team is Bama. Got a big one this weekend. And number 6 team, I like this team, Tennessee. I got Tennessee at number 6. And number 5, Georgia. The Bulldogs.
All right, pick one of those that, like, the Tennessee was very impressive.
They were against Oklahoma, yes.
All right, so you got, in other words, they're the riser right now in a lot of people's minds.
They are.
Yeah.
I got Ole Miss at 8. Ole Miss combined record of the first 4 opponents, 5-10.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
Yeah,
You wanted something about Tennessee? I got the Vols at 7. You ready for this? And they're 4 games, okay? By the way, I'm getting all this info from my First and 10 at USA Today.
Yeah, USA Today. Go check it out. Matty Hayes.
In 4 games, the Vols defense has got off the field with either a 3-and-out, on downs, a turnover, or safety in 37 of 54 drives. 68.5% of the time. That's why the Vols are different. That's why this team can go a long way in the playoff.
Right. And the son-in-law, he loves his Volunteers. And I was just trying to prep him for a loss. I'm like, bro, I said, the last time Tennessee went into a big environment in a big ball game, it was Hendon Hooker against Georgia, and they got smoked. I said Smokey was nowhere to be found. But now I do have to give them credit.
7 out of 10 times they're either getting a 3-and-out, a turnover, right?
Yeah.
3-and-out, turnover, or safety.
And you have to give that side of the ball credit because Josh Heupel is figuring things out. Not only does he have an obvious star in Nico Io, he's also got defense and run game. So, yeah, I give it to him. All right, so you've got –
number 6.
Yeah.
I got Bama.
Okay.
Bama. And then number 5, I got Georgia. And we're going to see Georgia, man. This is it. This is a
it really is.
They kind of – well, what's the best word? Lollygagged.
Yeah.
What's that movie?
Yeah.
They lollygagged.
Yeah.
Major League, right?
Lollygagging around.
They lollygagged through the Kentucky game. Let's see what you got now, man. This is it, Georgia. Let's see what you got. Georgia, typically, other than Alabama, plays big in big games. They've lost 8 of the last 9 against Alabama.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a wild environment in Tuscaloosa. Probably may still have a little rain and wind, too, from the hurricane. So it could be a little messy there.
Oh, yeah, and that means a run in Milroe versus a throw in Carson may be the key. All right, 8 through 5 for me. This will not shock anybody out there. All SEC teams. Did you have all SEC in there?
Yeah. I think we all did.
Yeah, so all SEC. So I'm just kind of following form. It shouldn't shock anybody. We're all SEC, 8 through 5. And I've got this obviously could flip next week based on what happens in T-Town. Alabama 8th, Ole Miss 7th, Tennessee 6th. I moved them up because they have, even though Oklahoma, it is a helmet game, Oklahoma still hasn't been that impressive, but that's a bigger win on the road than what you just described as far as what Ole Miss has done. So I'll go Alabama, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and then Georgia as the 5th team. All right, 4-1.
All right, 4-1. Number 4, I got the Utes at 4. At 3, I still got my mighty Hurricanes at number 3. At number 2, I got the Buckeyes. And number 1, I got Tennessee.
Okay.
Miami got a big game this Friday. At home, VTech, 19-point favorites.
I'm not scared of VTech
I ain't either.
all.
I'm not either.
What's the point line?
19.5.
Ooh. All right, Matt.
I gotta be honest. I'm getting tired of Ohio State. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah, I know.
I got Utah 4.
Huh?
I got Utah 4, and I honestly believe that if Cam Ruthing's healthy, he did not play against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they had the Cougars.
I think if he's healthy, they had the Cougar
younger brother
of the Cougar lover.
The Cougar fan of Cougars, younger brother.
Quick question before you go. Who's the biggest threat to the Big 12, the Utah right now that's left?
Kansas State. Probably.
They lost.
I know they did. I know they lost BYU and they got thumped too. But I still think at the end of the day, if Avery Johnson is right,
you know who
they're a better threat.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe UCF. Actually, I know you're probably going to say. We'll see. I still think if Cam Rising's right, I think they win. I do. I got the Canes at 3. They get better every week, and I think that if you're a Canes fan, and the guy to my right clearly is, they get better every week. That's important. Yeah. And they look really good right now. I think that game against Virginia Tech, people might see it as like a potential stumbling block. I think they're going to go in there and make a statement. Again, I got Ohio State at 2, and I hate it because they played no one. Listen to this. There's the scoring defense ranks of the 3 teams they played this year. Akron is 130th in the nation in scoring defense. Western Michigan's 129th, and Marshall's 92nd. So they opened the Big Ten this week.
Yeah.
So they've had those 3 games and a bye week to start the season.
Yeah.
Now they open the Big Ten this week at Michigan State. Let's see what Aiden Childs can do. He's a uber-talented dude that sometimes will throw it to the wrong team. But, man, when he's on, and that place will be rowdy. Let's see what happens. It's a night game. East Lansing, maybe. You never know.
Right. Normally Sparty doesn't show up, but it might.
Yeah, you never
All right,
know.
and then, of course, you got Texas number 1. And so
I do. I have Texas number 1. And honestly, what happened at Michigan just even further strengthens Texas number 1.
Because Texas beat them good, and then Michigan backs against
just
the wall.
Rolled out and bully-balled USC.
Yeah, they did. They put together a hell of an environment, and people were thinking that they might be able to bully-ball Texas, and we all obviously know
and quite honestly, both USC and Michigan are probably good enough to be in the top 12.
Oh, yeah. All right, so my 4-1, even though I love UCF, and UCF may thump Deion in Colorado this week and then get ready for the Gators, I still have Iowa State as my Big 12 champ. So I got them fourth. Still have them in that spot. Miami hasn't moved, although Cam Ward is putting together some serious sick stats. So he is Heisman worthy, Heisman chatter all around Cam Ward's name right now. So they're 3. Ohio State is 2. They haven't moved. They absolutely hammered Marshall, which is what they're supposed to do. We'll see what, like Matt said, once they get tested for real inside that conference, and then Texas number 1. And this is with 2 quarterbacks that have started in the month of September for Texas. No drop-off whatsoever. And it shouldn't surprise anybody with Arch stepping in for Quinn. All right, there it is. XLP to the CFP, thanks to Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
Hey guys, Taylor Doll here. Thanks so much for watching 1010XL. If you're looking for even more great content, head over to our 1010XL Jaguars page or one of our college football pages.